Hi, I'm Mary Gorfine from Palm Desert, California. I was already a sewer when I made my first quilt back in my dorm room in the 1970s. And although I loved sewing clothes and little toys for my brothers and sisters, I gotta tell you, once I discovered what I call the joy of flat things, I was hooked on quilting and I've never looked back. I was formally trained as a teacher, and it's still a really important part of the work that I do. So let me tell you a little bit about some of the things I offer. First, my students' success is primary to me. I want to give you the tools that you need to succeed. I want you to know that you have choices, what your resources are to find answers. I hope you'll try my methods, and then fly, develop your own style. My passions are for free motion quilting with my domestic machine and all kinds of applique. At this point in my life, though, I gotta say, I am serious about my work, but my work isn't serious, and if it doesn't put a smile on my face, I don't really want to do it anymore. So as you can see, most of the applique that I'm offering is on the more whimsical side. I offer a couple of lectures that go along with to help you out with those things too. One of them is called Set Yourself Up for Successful Stitching. At least I think that's what it's called. But I'm going to talk all about choices of needles and thread and correcting tension issues, what all the different feet are for, basics of keeping your machine clean, and it's the perfect lead into a half-day workshop for learning to do free motion quilting on your domestic machine. And today's methods are sort of doodly and a lot of background fillers. They do take practice, and I'm going to encourage you to do that. Again, developing your own style that suits your quilting needs. Let's see. Oh, another lecture that I offer, and both of these are available, by the way, virtually through Zoom, is called Mastering Fusibles. Now here's where I try to take the mystery out of all those choices that we have to make. Do I want heavyweight, lightweight? What is a fusible anyway? Do I need it backed? Do I need it not backed? How do I keep that goo from gumming up my iron and my fabric? We'll take some of the mystery out of that and move right into, I hope, teaching you how to make some quilts using those fusibles. One of them is just this little bird here, I call it. Now, little bird is my own simple design. The pattern's included in the class, and I did that so that you'd have a simple shape to play with. And then you start getting creative, building your own fabric garden, the beginnings of learning to create your own art quilts. I love to do raw edge landscapes, and my landscapes don't use fusibles at all, so that's a totally different process. We always discussed elements of good design and how to create texture and dimension and depth, not just with your fabric, but we're going to be using marking tools, Sharpie markers, colored crayons, oil pastels to help create interest and texture on your quilts. I'm a nut about Laura Heine quilts. I think they're great fun. I teach those classes, and I don't make you choose just one pattern. You get to decide which pattern to use for those. And then she also has these whimsical fish. That's a slightly different method, so we use that as a separate class. Now you'll see that some of my quilts are literally mounted onto canvases. They're stiff. And that's because I spent a lot of years selling my work at juried art festivals. And I discovered that people who aren't fiber artists, for some reason, think that if it's not mounted on a canvas, it's not meant to hang on a wall, and they just don't know what to do with a soft quilt. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, it's part of my classes too. Well, that's a little bit about me and what I like to teach. I really hope to hear from you. Thank you.